Hey, what's going on, good people? This is Tori from Dating Right, back at you once again with another reaction video. In this particular video, we're going to be discussing a video from Chop It Tea podcast. It's a new podcast channel, so make sure you guys go over there and check out their channel. But they did a segment with some young ladies, they look fairly young, where they discuss marriage. So they said some things that was very interesting. So we got to get into it and chop it up. But before we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to build up the channel. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I definitely see you guys, and I definitely do not take it for granted. So let's get into the video. I won't waste your time.
So,
you look so starstruck.
How long do you think a woman should wait for a man until he pops the question?
So, I am only going to say this because I've been engaged before. Mm-hmm. So, I feel like when the time is right. Because you can be with somebody for 5 years, y'all get engaged, whatever, and then you don't even want to be with them no more. Versus that you could be with someone for a year, and then you just automatically know that he could be the one for you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, go and tell me what you think, because I know you making this face.
You know how I feel about that. So, me personally, I can't fix myself to wait more than 3 to 4 years for a man.
Why 3 to 4 years? Like, explain the 3 to 4 years to me.
I don't want to feel like I'm putting a time limit on it, which I probably am.
And that's what it sounds like.
But I probably am.
Yeah.
But I feel like a man knows when he meets a lady, he knows that he wants to be with that person. It don't take you that long for you to know that you really want to be with that person.
Yeah, I mean,
forever.
I guess I can say some men know, but the other ones,
if they got their head on straight, yeah.
Yeah, they know if they want to be with you or not. But to say that, a man knows, half of them don't.
I know you guys may be surprised to hear me say that. I think a woman should put a time limit on things. Like, there's nothing wrong with putting a time limit on things. I think what the young lady said about things can go on for 5 years, and then the guy may not necessarily be as interested anymore. It's like that old saying goes, why buy the cow if the milk is free? So I think a woman should put some type of time limit on it. It's just all about the way she go about putting that time limit on it, and how she handle herself when that conversation comes about, and how she kind of take things off. Everybody hate the word time limit when it comes to marriage, but I think women should kind of put some things in place, because men, we do get comfortable, and we will be with you for 10 years if but at the same time, I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Let's get back into it.
So I know of some women who would sit there and wait 7, 8 years and they ain't even seen a ring yet. Like, ain't even no promise ring.
So what does the ring mean to you then? Because if you're putting a timeline on when a man should propose, what exactly, like, if you want to just be married just to like, oh yeah, we're married, or do you?
A ring gives me that we locked in, like we locked in forever. So the way I think of it is that we dating, but when it comes down to marriage, I don't have no type of say so. So
what you mean, no type of say so?
I don't have no type of say so. It might sound real crazy right now, but we're dating right now. If we're not married, or if we're not even engaged,
right,
something can happen to you today. I don't have no say so on.
Oh, so you're saying like, okay, like, yeah, when you're a wife, you have like actual. Yeah. I see it.
When you're a wife, you have more entitlement. You have more say so.
Yeah.
So if I'm just a girlfriend, I mean, I can get my little 2 cents, but I really can't and say fuck me. Like,
yeah. But I personally think people put labels on things, and that can be that is a part of our generation. People put labels on so many things, and I'm just like, yes, marriage is a big commitment. It's a big step. It's different. Like, I mean, I've never been fully married, but I kind of know. And it's one of those things where it's just like you either put pressure on the man and then they never propose, or y'all just like together forever, and you're just a girlfriend forever.
Yeah.
And some women are fine with being a girlfriend forever.
And if you found with that, then that's
that's not me.
That's
but
just not me.
But I understand what you're saying.
So if
though.
I'm knocking on 5 years, 6 years, and I'm like, hey, where's the ring?
That's especially because we're getting older. So it's just like, okay,
exactly.
What do you want to do?
Then you have to look at it like us women. We have a time frame. If you want to have kids, like I'm not about to be in my late 30s having my first child.
Yeah, and
I definitely need to be married first before I have my first child.
Yeah, that's true. You want to know. I guess that's why it's important when they say like when you meet guys early on, you need to figure out what they want, because if marriage is not being brought up, ain't no changing their mind. Yeah. Like you can't make a man marry you.
That definitely should be brought up in the conversation. That definitely.
You feel like that should be brought up on the first date or like the first couple of months into dating?
Kind of not the first date, but definitely when y'all getting to know each other, I definitely feel like those questions should be asked.
Well, like what questions would you ask? Like, do you want to be married one day? Like, is that?
Do you see yourself getting married one day? Do you see yourself having kids one day? Because we have to think about it. We're not little anymore. We're not 20. So
we're not little anymore.
Yeah, we're not babies.
No, yeah, that's true. I haven't asked a guy.
I can tell this other young lady here, she don't understand the concept and the value in marriage. Heard the way she said, what do the ring mean for you? And I think she's throwing hints at her to kind of say that she's just a woman that wants a ring on her finger. She almost want to call her a pick-me. But this young lady that's pushing back, she don't understand that a ring is family. It's building something. It's building it's building kids. It's building legacy. It's building a union of wealth. Also, the young lady touched on the fact that the ring also brings security. It brings protection. If something happens to that man, this woman is left in the cold as just a girlfriend. She would no longer be considered a wife. She can't sign any type of documents if something go wrong, or I think it's just providing that life insurance type policy around a relationship where this man put a ring on your finger. He's there to honor and protect you. There's a lot of value that come out of that.
I'll just be like, so you want me to cook for you?
You want me to clean for you?
You want to come wash your clothes? But you not trying to have me be a woman. Like,
how do you feel about if a guy asks? So
what? That's crazy.
If a guy asks you something, if a guy asks you to do something, and you're like, "Oh, where my ring at?" and you ask a guy to do something, and he's like, "Well, how you think the ring gonna come?"
I'm non-traditional, so I don't feel like I have to cook for you. For what? Cook for your damn self. You got feet, right?
So you don't feel like you.
And my mom can't stand when I used to date. Kenny, my mom can't stand when I didn't fix his plate. He got legs and feet. Get your ass up and fix your own plate. That's so bad, but I don't care.
So you don't feel like you have. So if you cook for your man, you don't feel like you have to take up his plate.
No. Okay. I would no. Listen, Linda. I would do it. I would make his plate only because I feel like it. Don't be like, oh, go make me a plate, nigga. Who you talking to? I'm so non-traditional though.
So yeah.
I'm just
a very traditional person.
It's too traditional for me.
If I'm cooking, I will make you a plate. Like, you don't got to get up and go make your plate.
But I feel like you got hands, right? He got feet, right? So
yeah,
get
but that's
your
your
ass.
Man.
And that's understandable. Completely understandable.
That's
but
your man.
Get up and fix your own plate. Like what? I think it's because it's too traditional for me. I don't like being submissive. I don't like feeling like I'm just like gotta cater to you. Like it's so bad,
I love to be submissive.
It's just like it's too cliche. It's just, let's just do our own, start our own traditions. Like, but yeah. I've had guys tell me like that's toxic because I won't make you a plate. You fucking kidding me? Like, you want me to tie your shoe too? Oh, did you want me to like wash your drawers while I'm at it? I'm not doing that shit. Get your ass up, make your own plate.
Whoa. She's busting shots now. This is war. This is war now. But I see this conversation coming up more now of women having an issue making a guy's plate. It's almost like this is becoming some type of thing. But in reality, it's been going on for years and decades as far as black women feeling as if they don't want to fix their man plate and bring it to them. This is a deeper issue. We're not going to touch on it now. But I think this is something that started with the mothers in the home, the sisters in the home, the aunties in the home. I've always been in a home where if I was at a gathering or a family get together, there was always, when it was time to eat and the women would bring out a man's plates or give them their plates, serve them, there was always one or two women who would make a comment. You ain't got to bring him his plate. You ain't got to do all that. He know how to get it. He got hands and feet. So I think a lot of this is, like I said, it goes deeper than just this woman thinking this. Somebody told her this. And she's talking about the fact that her mother checked her for even trying to do all this. But it starts young with the way that a lot of black women and women in general, but you don't see this a lot in other cultures. I'm gonna be honest. Other cultures, they got no problem serving their man, their brother, their uncles, their fathers, their plates. It's not an issue. But when it comes to black women, I do believe that it's something that started young. It started young for her thinking this way. But her thinking this way, she's never gonna get a ring on her finger. And when she do, let's hope she change her outlook, or she's gonna end up divorced and dying alone for sure.
But I definitely
But I'm just
feel
saying,
like
though,
a woman should, if that's her man, I definitely feel like, she should be washing her clothes. Washing his clothes, taking up his plate. Because now I'm working for my ring.
So you shouldn't have to work for no ring.
I do feel like a woman should step it up a little bit.
Let me hear that. Say that one more time.
I do feel like...
You feel like a woman should work for a ring?
I do feel like... Yeah.
You feel like a woman should work for a ring instead of the two people wanting it mutually.
So the two people can want it mutually, but I do feel like... Okay, a man can't be putting all this effort in, and a woman's not putting.
I'm not saying she's not putting in effort. Definitely, it's a two-way street. We got a 50-50. But I'm not finna work for no ring, because now I feel like it's like a transaction or something. Like I feel like I have to. I gotta get the ring. Okay, I gotta wash his clothes to get the ring. I gotta cook for him to get the like.
You looking at it as that, but
that's kind of what it sounds like.
No, but if your man got some dirty clothes, if y'all living together and he got some dirty clothes right there, and you about to wash your clothes, why you just gonna wash your clothes?
I didn't say I wouldn't.
Why you can't throw it all in the same?
No, I'll wash his clothes. I'll wash his clothes, but I'm not gonna do that for the end result to get a ring. I'll do it just because you're my man. We live together. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm not gonna do it to get compensated by a ring. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not gonna do all of this just because I want you to give me a ring at the end of the day. No, I'm doing it because you're my man and I want to be a partnership. Yeah. I'm not gonna do this because, okay, so I'm gonna do all this. Like, I don't know. I just don't believe in working for a ring. I feel like it has to be something that y'all both want. You know what I'm saying? Because then I feel like it's like a goal of yours. Obviously, I'm sure everybody wants to be married in life. That's great. But if you put so much effort into working for it, like, is it really worth it? I'm not asking you. I'm asking theoretically, like, is it,
if y'all both really want it, then yeah.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I need to do all that just to get just to be engaged.
I'm going to say that this lady right here, she really has some issues. Like, she got some stuff going on that she don't need to be out here dating the way she's thinking right now. She's definitely putting herself in a situation where she's definitely going to be alone. Just like the lady in this next video I'm about to show you, where she tried to give a guy the ultimatum. She tried to put a time limit on the guy and pretty much try him to pull his card. That's one thing you don't do with some men. As far as, speak words out your mouth that you can't follow up through. Don't write no check your behind can't cash. But let me show you this video where this other lady tried to pull some crap on this guy.
So after I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car. And we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really going to let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip. Okay, y'all, here is the grand finale. So, in 18 years, right now, today, he is not married. He does not have any children. I never want to get married again, and I do not have any children. He and I are best friends. We have apologized to each other. We apologized to each other years ago, not for the choices that we made, but for the way we handled each other. I was very controlling and very manipulative, and I apologized to him because you don't treat people you love that way. He apologized to me for being so cold and so callous, and he also admitted that he really loved me. He didn't want to be pushed in a corner, and I get that. We love each other now. We talk all the time. And the lesson that I learned is that this is my life and no one is responsible for my choices but for me. My life in Vegas was lit. Pool parties, DJ booths. I'm on TV here. It's lit. His life was lit too. It wasn't meant to be, but it doesn't mean I don't love him and that he doesn't love me.
And see, that's the thing that this lady did not peep or realize, that this man just didn't want to marry her, probably at the time, but he didn't see her as a wife. You see what I'm saying? He could not have possibly saw her as a wife because he let her go. So I think that's where she really messed up, especially by forcing his hand. You can't make a man marry you. Like, what the hell? Because the truth of the matter is, a man knows if he wants to marry you sometimes within a week. Now I'm pushing it there, but I know it can be a good 90 days, maybe a couple of months. A man will know if he want to marry you or not right away. Like, we just saw the video earlier, the two young ladies. You saw that one of the young ladies was talking more of like a wife, and the other woman was talking more of like a girlfriend. So that's what I mean, guys. Men, we know right away when when a woman is wifey material. And obviously this lady here, she was not wifey material. She wasn't gonna force his hand. And you notice that they're still, years later, both of them are still unmarried. Now, I think this was just a situation where he didn't want to get married to her, but now she don't want to get married. But you want to get married to him back in the day. Come on now. Don't front for the camera now. You did want to get married. But she good now back in the day. But you can't force a man's hand. I think the best thing to do is to give it 2 to 3 years. I'll say 4 years max, to each their own. But I'm going to cut the video right there. I appreciate you guys taking the time to check out this video. I'll see you in the next one.